What's good, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the driveway, where today we are out and about for a little drive in the 2022 Toyota 4Runner TRD Sport. And as much as I would love to do a full-length review on this car, unfortunately the weather hasn't been too kind to me lately, so it's given me just enough time to do some thinking of why companies as well known as Toyota would keep these fossils of SUVs still on the road. Well, stick around because we're going to have a little discussion about that while we take a spin in one of Toyota's longest running SUVs. Now, before we get into our discussion, let me just give you a brief overview of what we're driving right now. So the TRD Sport is the second least expensive model in the lineup. They start at about $41,000, although with a couple of options that I have on this one, it comes to around $44,000 to $45,000. And for that, what you get is an outward appearance that very much resembles a 4Runner Limited, with two differences. The first of which is that this may have relatively the same bodywork, but it's missing all the chrome, and it has a non-functional hood scoop straight from the TRD catalog. Now, I could do without the hood scoop, and quite honestly, the bodywork minus the chrome, well, it's a little too monochromatic for my taste, especially when you put it in the Lunar Rock exterior with the black interior that we have on this test car. But inside, I've got a steering wheel the size of a Ferris wheel in here, and that's taken straight out of the old generation Tundra and the current generation Tacoma. And I also have a much more updated tech system. So I've got dynamic navigation, I've got a standard 360 camera, and I have the nice amenities such as Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. So for $41,000 to $44,000, it is a pretty relative bargain compared to, say, a TRD Off-Road or a TRD Pro. However, the main elephant in the room is that this is still a true body-on-frame SUV, and it handles like one as well. You might as well be driving a boat when you're driving one of these around. So I hit the brakes and whoa, nose just dives towards the ground. You take a corner and God forbid you have anybody that suffers from motion sickness riding with you, because the body in this thing just leans every which way. And not to mention the powertrain that's attached to it is something that's about 15 years in the past. So we've got a 4-liter double overhead cam V6 with 278 horsepower, 270 foot-pounds of torque. This particular one here has the part-time 4-wheel drive minus the multi-terrain select, and it's put through a 5-speed automatic transmission. Now, being that it's sub 300 horsepower, that it's missing about 3 gears in its transmission, and the fact that it weighs almost 2.5 tons, well, I've only averaged about 16 miles to the gallon while I've been driving this thing. So if you're looking for efficiency or the most modern thing on the road, this ain't it. But to go back to the question I was asking before, why do people love the 4Runner as much as they do, despite the prehistoric powertrain that hides underneath, and the fact that they are still relatively expensive compared to just an ordinary SUV or crossover that you might find today? Well, the answer really is simple: because they're reliable, they're essentially bulletproof, and they do everything their owners ask of them without much fuss. And in today's day and age, where we're constantly evolving our technology with hybrids and EVs and smaller engines with forced induction and so on, the 4Runner soldiers on after only 5 generations in this particular body style, having been on the market since 2010. I mean, it just goes to show that Toyota still knows what they're doing. I mean, I don't particularly care for the 4Runner as much as I do, more modern vehicles, but that's because I'm a young idiot who likes more modern technology versus embracing the idea of the old school. But then again, those who love the 4Runner, they know what they want. But also, you've got to think about the type of cars this thing is going up against. You've got the Jeep Wrangler, you've got the new Ford Bronco, just to name a couple. I mean, yeah, some very serious competition, but Toyota still knows how to get it done. And unlike the Wrangler or even the new Bronco, which has come back after a long, lengthy hibernation, the 4Runner just has soldiered on despite its prehistoric technology, because, as I need to say again, it just works. Everything about it does what it's supposed to do. So I think that pretty much sums it up. It's bulletproof, it will last you for hundreds of thousands of miles, and it just does everything you ask of it and then some. So what do you guys think of the Toyota 4Runner? Would you go out and spend $40,000+ on one of these, or would you spend more and get something that's, I don't know, more obvious? Let me know what you guys think down below. But anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this quick little blurb of mine, or perhaps you learned something about the 4Runner today, give this video a thumbs up, and also while you're at it, hit the subscribe button down below, because trust me, I always appreciate the support, and I just want to keep doing more stuff like this for you guys in the future. But at the end of it, guys, I hope you enjoyed the review. A big thanks to Toyota USA for sending me the 4Runner this week, and I hope to see y'all next time. Stay safe, everybody.